I know we are both pretty hyped for Walter Isaacson's biography of Elon Musk that hits bookstores next week, but excerpts from the book have already been leaking and they are juicier than a Georgia peach. According to an excerpt of the book obtained by CNN, last year Elon Musk secretly told engineers to shut off Starlink satellite communications near the Crimean coast to foil a Ukraine sneak attack on a Russian naval fleet. Musk was spooked by the prospect of Russia retaliating with nuclear weapons, telling Isaacson Starlink was not meant to be involved in wars. But Starlink has been very involved in the Ukraine war from almost the beginning. Its internet beaming satellites have provided vital communications infrastructure to Ukraine after Russia invaded and wiped out a lot of the country's connectivity. So when Musk ordered Starlink to be shut down, like he did in the case of the sneak attack last year, Ukraine's military gets completely discombobulated. It almost can't function without Elon's goodwill. So at a high level, this episode shows just how much power Musk has accumulated through SpaceX and Starlink to the point where U.S. military leaders consider him an unelected official. It's crazy to think about, but it's true that wars and the current geopolitical order might hinge on the whims of one meme-loving billionaire.
I know. And I mean, this story this excerpt harkens back to the Ronan Farrow piece that was released earlier, this big investigative deep dive into Elon Musk and his relationship with the powers that be, the U.S. government. I mean, you have NASA giving major contracts to SpaceX to figure out how to better launch satellites. Then you have him kind of putting America's EV future on his back, especially with the charging stations. And then obviously you have the Starlink situation in Ukraine. And just to be clear, though, like the reason he was nervous about this Ukrainian attack was he thought, in his personal opinion, based off his conversation with other Russian officials, that it would escalate into maybe nuclear war in Crimea. But again, like that's the alarming part, is that it hinged on his opinion of the situation, and he's literally holding sway over what does and doesn't happen in this Ukrainian war.
And a lot of people think he's kind of in Putin's pocket a little bit because he put out that peace plan that ceded a lot of territory to Russia. So this guy is just a huge power broker. Not only does he own SpaceX, Starlink, Tesla and energy, the future of energy here, but he also owns Twitter, or X now. And that's where a lot of governments used to communicate. And in the previous regime of Twitter, a lot of state-backed propaganda outlets from Russia, China, and Iran were flagged as such, and they were demoted on people's feeds. And he removed those. So now, a Chinese propaganda arm, a Russian propaganda arm can post a lot on Twitter, and they'll get into your feed. So that was, and the reason this is alarming is because Elon Musk is not elected by anybody.
Right.
He has shares in Tesla and all of these other companies, so he's beholden to his business interests. And where does Tesla sell a lot of its vehicles? Where does it get subsidies to build plants? Is China. So this is why this is alarming, the national security apparatus.
Yeah, but honestly, though, some of what he's doing is at odds against some of his best interests in business, because one of the other excerpts from this book was that part of the reason why Starlink is active in Ukraine was SpaceX was just doing it on their own goodwill. They were footing the bill. And so SpaceX officials were trying to get the U.S. government to pay for Starlink being up. And the president of SpaceX was really mad because he said he literally had a $145 million check ready to handed to me from the Pentagon. And Elon Musk tweeted, "The hell with it. We'll just keep funding the Ukraine government for free." And so he undermined this deal. So it is this weird thing where the power he gets from being able to pull these strings is even superseding money making from the companies that he owns. So it is an interesting thing to see for sure. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you want more Morning Brew Daily, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also check out the rest of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes drop at 7 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, and you can email us at morningbrewdaily@morningbrew.com.